Hey everybody, it's Ren. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but I've come back and I have some big news. I'm getting top surgery. So I wanted to make a video about what top surgery is and what it'll mean to me as a non-binary person, and like the process of how I decided to get top surgery. So I asked some people if they had any questions, and I'm just gonna do a good old Q&A. What does non-binary mean? Non-binary is both a specific identity and also describes gender identities that don't exclusively fit into the male-female binary. This includes but is not limited to people who are both male and female, who don't feel like they're either, people who feel like they're between, outside of, or like something completely different. So it's different for everybody. I'm non-binary, so neither male nor female. What are your pronouns? My preferred pronouns are they, them. But if you use like they, them, he, him, and she, her all in the same thing, that would be dope too. But just stick with they, them, that would be good. What is top surgery? Top surgery is a gender-affirming surgery. A gender-affirming surgery changes one's physical appearance and physical aspects of themselves to reflect their gender identity. And when I talk about top surgery, I specifically mean chest reconstruction. So for me, I'm getting a procedure done to get my chest to look more masculine. Can non-binary people have surgery? Yes, they can. I personally did not know you could until I saw like a lot of people on the internet like, I'm non-binary and I'm not on testosterone and I got top surgery, and I was like, you could do that? So I did it. Well, I'm gonna do it. Oh, this relates to the next question I have. What was the first moment when you knew you wanted top surgery? I don't know the exact moment, but I know the year and the time of the year. It was like autumn 2017, and I was going through a lot of changes in my life, and I was just, putting on YouTube videos in the background while I redid my room, and I found these trans guys, and then like they were talking about their transition and like how they were on testosterone and top surgery, and I was like, to be honest, I really didn't know that top surgery was a thing. Top surgery? What's that? And then I learned about it, and I was like, holy crap, I think I want that too, because I have a pretty, I am a busty person, so to speak, but, and I've never really connected with that part of my body. It was pretty much like the same thing when I figured out I was non-binary. I saw someone on the internet or someone in real life or somebody in the media be that, and I was like, that's an option? So yeah, I'm taking that option. When were you 100% sure? Well, my wait time for surgery was pretty long, so I had a long time to make sure I was 100% sure. And just one day I realized that every single day I knew about top surgery was a day that I knew I wanted it. I still had a hard time navigating my gender euphoria and my gender dysphoria. So, what if my gender dysphoria isn't enough to justify getting top surgery? What if my gender euphoria is only just what if it's just not worth it? And am I trans enough? And it really helped me to listen to other people's stories about how they didn't experience the mainstream media's depiction of transitioning like them. I don't feel like I was born in the wrong body, and I don't wake up in horror every day at the reality of my body. I don't feel like my life would be in serious danger if I didn't transition, and if I didn't get top surgery. I think at the end of the day I would be alright. I wouldn't be super happy and I wouldn't be living my best life, but I would get by. But I also learned that I deserve more than that. I deserve to, embrace the entirety of my body the way I wanted to for my entire life. Plus, I just really 100% thought that everyone felt the way about their bodies the way I felt about my body. Well, I don't hate it entirely, but I really wish this wasn't there. And I just thought people when they looked in the mirror, they would just blur out the parts that they don't like and like just completely ignore it. But that I learned that doesn't happen to most people. But yeah, all of that being said, I really genuinely believe and know in my heart of hearts that top surgery will greatly improve my quality of life. There are other things I don't like about my body, like I don't like my stomach, I don't like that I'm short, I don't like all the marks on my, all my little moles on my face, but the way I feel about my chest is really different from all of that. Like when I look at other parts of my body that I don't like, they don't fill me with the same dread or the same negative feelings that when I think about or see or feel my chest, it's just not the same. It really does cause me a lot of distress, and I over the past couple of years of reflection and inner work, I realized that I felt that way for pretty much the whole time I've had the chest that I've had. And while it's not completely terrible, I shouldn't have to wait until things get worse. I shouldn't have to wait until the situation is life or death. What was the process like? The process of getting the medical stuff done and navigating that was actually pretty easy. And I don't take that for granted at all. I know a lot of people and a lot of trans folks have such a harder time getting the things that they need to affirm their gender, you know. But yeah, it was 2017 I found out about top surgery, and then I repressed all of those feelings for a year because I just thought it wasn't possible for me because I wasn't out. I had a lot of health issues, but I got all of my health issues under control. I came out to everyone, pretty much the people who matter, and right after all of that, I emailed my general practitioner in October 2018. Then I had a phone appointment with a counselor in November, and then I had an in-person appointment with her in December. That was super affirming and super good to go through because I really had to delve into why I wanted the surgery and what it'll do for me, and hearing somebody say that it's okay for me to want this and it's possible for me to get top surgery it just changed my life in a way that I don't even know the counselor knows she changed my life. So, and then because I wasn't 100% sure at the time of my in-person counselor meeting, she referred me to a support group full of non-binary folk, and I got to talk to them, and I still talk to them. And I remember that first meeting, and I talked about everything I just talked about right now, and I remember saying but I'm not really sure if I want it or not. And then there was somebody there who was just it sounds like you really want it. And I was damn, you're right though. I think allowing myself to want it and allowing myself to know that this is something that will help me for me and not for anybody else. It's something I'm doing purely for me. Yeah, I think that really helped. Okay, so I went to that group meeting, and then a week later I had my top surgery consultation already, and with my surgeon, and she said I was a great candidate. I had to do X, Y, and Z. And then a couple weeks later I got a call from her office, and they told me that my top surgery date was July 6th, 2020. She just had a long wait time, and I wanted the long wait time because I wanted to be 100, 1,000, a million, a cajillion, a fulfillion % sure that I wanted this. So I said yes, and time goes by. January 2020, I called the office again to make sure that everything was set and I can get my work letter and I'll get all of that settled. And then they told me that my surgery date was May 4th, and I was oh, pleasant surprise. Okay, all right, rad, super rad. Yeah, and then as we all know, COVID hit, and my top surgery was postponed indefinitely in April. And then I called once a month since then, and they didn't have any news. And then in mid-September, I get a call. I see that it's from the surgeon's office, and I'm it's happening. Whatever date it is, Ren, just say yes because you're ready. And then lo and behold, it was my surgeon's office, and then they were hey, we have a date in October. And I was yes, please, thank you so much, have a nice day, I'll talk to you soon. And then yeah, I'm having surgery in October now. How did you choose your surgeon? I knew I didn't want to go out of state, and I knew I didn't want to go out of network because I don't have a lot of money. And when with Kaiser, they have like a website, like multi-special transition group or whatever they're called, and they have like a list of surgeons that they have, and I looked through everyone, and I looked up everyone's names on every website, and I chose my surgeon because I liked her results, and everyone said that she was just great to work with, and I ended up like in real life meeting a couple of people who have had work done with her, and they also recommended her. So shout out to Dr. Winnie Tong for changing my life in a couple of weeks. How did you prepare? I watched dozens of YouTube videos, dozens of times. I made a very extensive PowerPoint for my friends and family who are like gonna be my main support group. I called my surgeon, I emailed her, asked her lots of questions, and she's like always responsive, which is great. And Kaiser also offers like a top surgery class, so I went and took that one. I did a bunch of research online. I bought books, I made shopping lists, I exercised, and I did like a bunch of upper body workouts as much as I could. But like I'll do a whole other video about what to prepare and how it helped or if it helped, etc. once I'm like post-op. As for mentally and emotionally, it's just been a lot of self-reflection and thinking and just making space for all the different possibilities that, that can happen, and how everyone's journey is different, everyone's recovery is different, everyone's transition is different, and whatever happens to me is going to be fine. And like as bummed as it was that my surgery got postponed, like those extra 5 months made me so sure. And like the extra 5 months turned this whole like top surgery is something I definitely need. Like I don't want my dysphoria to get any worse. Like it's did you get to design your new chest? That's a funny question. Kind of, not really, but when for my top surgery consultation, my surgeon did ask what kind of incisions I want, like if I wanted them like straight or curved or like along the pectoral line. I got to choose that, but as far as nipple placement goes, I don't get to choose. Like I'll be asleep and not knowing what the new chest will look like, but my surgeon said they have like mathematical equations, and like they will literally like place my nip nap on my body and like stand me up and make sure it'll look good at like every angle, just aesthetically, and like that's fine. Plus I've seen a lot of her results and I'm not mad at any of them. How to support somebody who is going through this process, who is recovering, etc., etc. Being in quarantine makes this kind of difficult. I remember when I first got when this year started, I was like, here's a PowerPoint presentation, friends and family, here are things that I need you guys to do. But now, because of COVID, they can't do a lot of the stuff I wanted them to do anymore, because I definitely wanted my friends to come over and like help me out with some stuff, but obviously they can't do that anymore. I just wanted a bunch of people like who I love and who love me and who support me or just around me while I'm feeling super vulnerable and like achy from all the pain and all that stuff. I just wanted that, and obviously it would have been easier to like spread out what needs to be done over a lot of people, but so not just a couple of people are doing everything, but it is what it is. But I guess for now, just keep on, like I said, FaceTime, Zoom, Google Hangouts, whatever. I think that would be nice to do. Maybe bring me food. I wouldn't say no to some food. And I guess for the people who are actually helping me and like can physically be here for me, just be mindful of what I would need and like what I can't do. Like if I can't get up and go get food and feed myself, and like you're out getting a snack, maybe be like, hey, maybe I should ask Ren if they want a snack. But like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll text you or I'll call you. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What wouldn't be helpful? Obviously, like brushing off my needs won't be helpful. Dismissing my gender identity, telling me that I made a mistake, or like making me feel like I'm going to regret this won't be super like helpful, and I'll be like super squinty eyes and like, I don't know about you. Blocked, unfollowed, 0 stars on Yelp. Making me feel like a burden would also like not be super great. Yeah, just don't be a jerk. And just like be extra nice and soft with me for a couple weeks. That would be great too. Are you scared? Yes, I am. I'm scared because I've never had like this kind of surgery before. I've only had my wisdom teeth done and I've had an endoscopy, and that's like nothing compared to like what's going to happen. And like obviously there are complications like any other surgery, and that's kind of scary to think about, but like, and recovery also seems pretty intense. Like it just seems like a lot. But then like you think about my surgeon and her team are very experienced. They know what they're doing. Complications can be taken care of, and recovery is not forever. So even though I'm scared, I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be worth it. Are you excited? I'm so excited, like, you have no idea. I'm just, like, for so long I've looked at my chest and been like, this isn't how I'm supposed to look like. And just like the thought of, for the rest of my life, I get to look at my body and be like, yes, yes. That's super exciting. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll see you when I'm post-op. Have fun, be kind, wear a mask. Okay, bye!